Fucking Carpy, you messed up my intro, bro.
How did that even happen? Because I had it auto set up? Is that what was up?
Yeah. I took one stream off and you fucking throwing shit off for me.
I don't know how to work StreamYard, man. I just pressed a bunch of buttons.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode, I don't even know. Is this an episode? Yeah, it's episode 14 of Cigars with Friends. Tonight, we are joined by Epicurean Smokes, Steven. We will have a few other people dropping by, I believe, but we're getting the party started close to on time. So, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great.
It's Cuban night.
Solid, man.
Can't complain.
Cuban night.
It's Cuban night for some of us.
Yeah.
Other of us, not so much. Speaking of the cigars that everyone has in their hands, we want to go round robin here and see what we're smoking. We'll start off with you, Carpy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Rafael Gonzalez Corona de Lonsdale. It's a 5x48, so it's not a Corona or a Lonsdale, but that's what they call it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I've got
So sent to me by AZ. Thanks, man.
Go ahead, Steven.
I got the Hoyo Double Corona.
Mm.
That's the big old 49 ring gauge guy there.
Nice. Michael, what do you got?
The second to last of my Romeo y Julieta, Wide Churchill.
Damn.
2017 box date. 2017 box date.
Now coming in with quite a few years of age.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
What do you got there, Matt?
This big ass Kawaba from Marvin, who should be on at some point. Thank you, Marvin.
Very nice.
This thing's huge.
That's his favorite. He loves that.
He just sent me one too, so I'm excited.
It's good. It's unique. It has a little bit of spice to it, especially for it being such a big cigar. I'm surprised at like the amount of punch it has at the beginning.
Yeah, we were laughing about that, Peter. We both sent you one the same week.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, no. And someone else had sent me one too, so I have 3 of them.
Nice.
So I'll be trying that out soon. But
Hopefully you like it.
yeah, I'm going Cuban-esque tonight because I'm just getting over a bug, cold. I can't really taste anything yet. So we're going brulee tonight. I didn't want to waste a Cuban, but wanted to get on with the fellas, and we'll pretend.
If you can't taste anything, you shouldn't have went with the M81 with the blackened. Might as well just clear them out if you have them.
You got to have them first, and I don't have them.
You're a smart man.
He smoked them all already. He's just so into them, you know? Couldn't hold back.
I've never
Makes
smoked
sense.
the black one, the original one. I've had the Connecticut one. That's terrible. But I've never had the
The shade of black.
the shade of black.
You've never had the blackened, the M81?
No.
You've never had that cigar?
No, not after I saw everyone's reviews. Like, what kind of idiot would go out there and buy that thing?
I'll probably have to change that next time I send you something then.
Oh
You good?
yeah.
All right.
Fuck, I just sent you something out too.
No, don't worry about it, guys.
I could have given you some.
No, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
I insist.
Steven, have you had the M81?
I have not, actually. I was just given one at a cigar event here in Southern California. Drew Estate was there.
Sorry.
And that's what they chose to give out. I was like, of all the things that you could give to people, you know, after seeing all the reviews, I was like, oh, I'm gonna stash this. I'll smoke something I brought.
Yeah.
We look forward to that review if it ever comes out.
We'll see.
It's never gonna come out. It's never gonna come out.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you.
It'll be Steven in the Discord just taking a couple puffs and going, what the fuck? And throwing it.
Oh, man. I will say, though, this is my 3rd cigar now. After I feel well, it's just my taste buds aren't back yet. And this is starting to taste like the brulees I know. So I think another day or 2, I'll be back to full speed. So hopefully by Thursday Unbanded, I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have the vid?
Nope. No vid.
Just cold flu.
Just a cold flu. I only had a fever for like half a day, slept it off, and then it was just achy body and runny nose, stuffy nose, all that good wintry stuff. So
You can't have the vid if you never test.
That's right.
That's true. That's true. And I did not test. So, but the last
Good
time
point.
I had the vid, I mean, I was down with a fever for like 3 days, and I was delusional. I had a high
Oh,
fever.
geez.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good, boys.
Yeah.
I was seeing some shit.
Normally, you got to pay extra for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe my wife just laced me up on something. I didn't know about it.
Possible.
I need a few days away from this fucker. Let's put him down.
Yeah. Hey man, she's a APRN. She's got access to some stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, she'd know what to use, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
If I ever drop dead,
Some
definitely.
used tissue.
Yeah. Definitely get my body tested. Do a full scan. What's everybody smoking? Let us know in the chat if you're doing Cubans. If you're not doing Cubans, it doesn't really matter. We're just here to hang out. It's a nice little Sunday after certain football teams have won. Don't want to
Oh yeah,
thank
Verde.
Thank innocent for my hat.
It's not
Yeah,
Kelly
I
Green.
rooted for the Birds. I rooted for the Birds today just because of Skinny Money, because that guy's a fucking G and he loves the Birds. So I rooted for the Birds today, not because of you, Pete.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Come on. A little bit.
Little bit, just a little bit.
I forgot my lights were green because I think the last time I was on, we did the hell did we do?
Candela.
Oh, Candela.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. Birds win, stays green.
Nice.
There we go.
So, Michael,
Nice.
the cigars you had sent me, I wanted to ask, what year are those Lanceros from, the Tatuajes?
2011.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Serious stuff.
14 years
That's-
of age, dude.
That's the one you guys smoked on the live stream together, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it was
Okay.
delicious.
Okay.
Hope you enjoy.
Thank you. I will. Did my box get there yet? The one I had sent?
I don't think so, but I also
Okay.
didn't check the mail today.
Okay. I'll have to check on that.
I mean, it's Sunday anyway, so probably tomorrow.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Steven, where were you earlier today, man? You got together with some of the guys?
Yeah, man. We were at Hugo's house. We were doing a celebration
Oh,
for his
fuck.
fiance's
I
birthday. Did you
I
forget?
totally fucking forgot about that. Fuck.
I was wondering if you were going
It's-
to be there. But yeah.
I told Hugo last week because he sent me an invite last week. I was like, oh, okay, for sure. Like, the guys will be there. I remember I even asked Sal, I was like, hey, you gonna go, dude? Because that's, just making sure other friends will go before you go to, somebody who you don't really know's, house or girlfriend's or fiance's house, I just totally fucking forgot. Just fucking over my head. But I'm glad you went. I'm glad you had the courtesy to go. That's good.
I think we all talked to Sal and confirmed that we were all going. So yeah, it was great. It was me, Sal, Marvin, Enzo. It was a cool group.
Totally fucking forgot.
I mean, the thing you really missed out on was seeing Hugo
The food.
in his apron. No, seeing Hugo in his apron.
Ooh.
Yeah. The man can cook.
I heard he's a good cook.
Yeah. He's got a cool orange Home Depot apron with the name filled in as Juice.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Nice.
Who did he steal
Dude,
that from?
The first time I met that guy, the first time I met that guy, it was at fucking King's, and his name's Hugo, and he's wearing a fucking shirt, a Hugo Boss shirt that just says Hugo on it. Then I'm like, this fucking, I mean, I think it's tight that like he's, she plays along with it. Like, my name's Hugo. This is my shirt. The first time I meet him, like, man, like if I only knew of him and like didn't know him, I would have just thought he's like totally fucking full of himself. Like this fucking guy wearing a shirt with his own name on it. What the fuck? But he has a sense of humor about it, which is pretty, just good to have.
Yeah, he's a great cook.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Spread was nice.
I've heard Sal has said nothing but like like gleaming things about his abilities in the kitchen. I wonder, out of Hugo, and Carpy, who can get it on as far as like cooking up some good shit in the kitchen? Carpy, you show some pretty impressive pictures, dude.
Oh yeah.
What
it's probably
you cook up.
different stuff. I know. I don't.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
very
somebody
good at
in
authentic
fucking
Mexican
Canada.
cuisine. Yeah.
Somebody
in
in
fucking
fucking
Canada.
bit is. I assume that the styles would be different, but good is good, you know.
Yeah. I'm just fat inside, you know, so I want to make stuff that tastes good.
I don't know. I bet Hugo makes a mean poutine. We just don't know about it, you know?
Right. Somebody further down in the comments is asking if I was from Wisconsin. No, how dare you? And Minnesota.
Right next door.
Yeah.
Right next door.
My wife's
the
family is all
same,
from
but
Wisconsin, so I already had
Yeah.
my text chats with them about 20 minutes before the show started.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Teams
Sorry,
playing each
Packers
other.
fans. It's okay. So how your cigars starting off, gentlemen?
Kind of boring, to be honest. Hoping it opens up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's good for its price point. Like the value on those is good. I think that's why people like them. But
What's a single run?
$10.
For a cute, very affordable.
If you're getting them
Yeah.
where they're supposed to be, I mean, even high secondary is going to be 20.
Damn.
So most
How's
of us
that-
are going to find them somewhere in between.
I was gonna ask how's that Hoya starting? How's that double Corona?
It's
Pretty
fantastic.
creamy?
It's my first time. And yeah, it's creamy. There's a nice coffee note, little herbal. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
How's that White Churchill's brew?
You know how this is.
Creamy, money,
You know how-
amazing,
Yeah.
honeysuckle,
Fantastic.
everything you want in a cigar in a fat
much.
Robusto format.
Yeah, you just add 3 to 5 years of age on it, and you have like probably the best Romeo y Julieta that you can, possibly have.
Marvin.
What's up, Marvin?
Dude,
Fuck is up?
what's going
my
on?
brothers, my brothers. Pardon
Happy
my
New Year,
lateness,
Marv.
man. Pardon my lateness.
You're good.
All
Blame
good, man.
Hugo, man. Blame Hugo. Blame Hugo. What's Happy New Year, fellas? How you guys doing, man?
Good, man.
Doing good, bro.
Bad.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy
Happy
New Year to
New
you,
Year,
brothers, man. Man, good to see you all, man, during these turbulent times here in Los Angeles, Southern California, I should say.
Likewise.
Yeah.
As a whole, man. Great to see you, brothers, man.
Yeah. How's
Are you
how's
guys?
that whole situation? Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you pretty much unaffected by it so far, Marvin? Like, are you enough out of the way where you're at?
Well, I'm enough out of the way. We're right in the middle of it, honestly. So you
shit.
got the Eaton and the Palisades, and then what was going on in Woodland Hills and Kenneth. So Burbank kind of sits right in the middle. Like we're far enough from it, brother, where the fire hasn't affected us, but the winds did affect. We did get some damage due to the winds because the winds were crazy last week. But we're far enough, man, where it's nothing near what we've witnessed and seen, man, in the surrounding areas, brother. So I'm very thankful for that, man.
Yeah,
Very thankful for that.
Bro.
Just a lot, just poor air quality. Yeah, and a lot of ash and just a lot of devastation, man, to the community overall, brother. So
Yeah.
but we here, man, we still smoking. No pun intended, too, on the fire. I feel terrible. You know, I feel terrible even talk about. I promise you, I do. Like, that was terrible. Like, even when I said it, I was like,
Still smoking. We're still smoking. We're here. We're still smoking.
Damn.
A lot of smoke.
It's still a lot of smoke.
I'm sorry,
So tight.
That's so terrible, bro.
If you're not laughing, you're crying, man. If you're not laughing, you're crying.
You know they say, Pete, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. So
that's right.
Yeah, man. It's like, what am I doing? Like now I smoke out on my balcony. I'm going, dude, what am I doing, man? Like I'm looking around. Like, what the hell am I doing? What is going on?
Hey, you have a controlled
here, bro?
fire. It's controlled, you know. You're good. You're doing your part.
Bro.
You're doing your part.
Yes, I am, bro. Yes, I am, man. I don't know if Steve told you, we were all, me, Steve, and Sal were at Ugo's his future wife's gathering, man. It was beautiful. And then that's what just created some tardiness. Actually, Sal is on his way to my crib right now. And
Nice.
we're gonna sit here together. So he should be here shortly, man. He just called me, said he should be here shortly. So
Nice.
It's awesome.
what are you brother smoking, man?
Bro, that Kawaba you gave me.
How are you enjoying
This
it,
thing
man,
is money
far,
so
bro?
far. I'm surprised. Like I knew because I've always heard that Kawaba is like unique for a Cuban.
Yeah.
And it's unique and it has like a sweet herbally spice, but it's very sweet underneath that. It's a very sweet cigar underneath that. It's so far it's really freaking enjoyable. Thank you, man.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Indeed.
Nice.
What about you,
So
Marvin?
what-
What'd you grab?
Yeah, what do you got?
I was gonna smoke this cigar
The
that you
Maestro.
just reviewed, yes. But then my good brother Steven actually gave me an unbanded version of the cigar.
Mm. Okay.
So shout out to the Epicurean cigar up there. Thank you, brother.
You're
So
welcome.
he persuaded me to save this save this cigar and smoke this one. So I can do a review. Matt, I know you just did your review, brother. And yeah, so I'm gonna smoke the unbanded since this is the unbanded Cigars with Friends Cuban Sunday. I'm gonna
Man.
smoke the unbanded.
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
And
Lined it up.
Yeah. And then I got a couple of these faithfuls, man. These good faithfuls
Oh,
right
yeah.
here, the Edmundo and God, what is this one? I'm the worst with
Robusto?
Cohibas. Yes, the Robusto, but I forget. Yeah, the Cohiba Robusto. I'm the worst with these Cohibas as far as the names are concerned. So yeah, that's it, man.
Very
Nice,
nice.
bro.
Is this supposed to be a PB 97 K Bates, or is there an 87 that I don't know about?
It's the knockoff version. It's the 87.
Bet it's as good.
The one that was in the TAA pack or the CRA pack, that was also called the 97, or that was a different number?
No,
Different
I
number.
think the PB97 denotes the size, like the release of the torpedo size. They're all the Padron black because they have the black label, the black band. But I believe the 97 for that release is specifically talking about the size
Sure.
for the PB97.
It's
Maybe
not
that
like
is-
the year because they had like the 96,
well,
the 90.
Yeah, because
Right.
you know how they do like the 45 year is like a Toro, like the all the different it's one size for that whatever iteration. The PB97 is just that torpedo iteration.
Yeah, but you know how there's like the Padron Family Reserve number 96 that came out in 2023. So 97, the PB97. I don't think there was another release like the 95, 96. I think the 97 was that release that year.
Were those
Right?
the blacks as well?
No, they were not. But I
Okay.
think they used the number system because that was the special release in 2024.
go the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
Skinny's still going.
Epiphany. He's gonna have a good night after his birds win. After his birds won.
Yeah, something tells me he's already having a good day. I think the night's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Oh man. So Marvin, did you get to chow down on some of Hugo's famous food?
I did, brother.
It's good.
It's really good, man.
Nice.
No pump. I'm not gonna pump it up or no hype, man. No hype on the mic for me, bro. That shit was incredible, to be honest,
Nice.
man. And I love Cuban cuisine. I mean, excuse me, Mexican cuisine. He had Cuban cake, which I didn't actually eat any of the Cuban cake, but the Mexican cuisine, bro. And this from, my travels, of course, to parts of Mexico, bro, that shit was fire. I had 2 plates, and I'm not even like that. Like first time at somebody's house, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be modest with it. Like, let me whatever you serve me. And they were serving it. So it was like, whatever you serve me, I'm gracious, thank you.
Yeah.
Bruh. When he asked me, like, you want some more? I'm like, bruh, yes.
There you go.
It was really good, man. Really, really, really freaking good.
My going for seconds encounter with Hugo was a little different. I finished my plate. I went back up to the line, and he says, "All right, bro, the trash can's over there. You can throw it." And I was like, "No, Mas."
Double it up.
Oh, that's
Double
funny.
He put up a picture of what is it, the Corritos or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Burritos.
Rogers.
Did you try that? How is that? Is that a unique sensation for somebody who's not used to it, or?
Ugh.
I didn't have that.
It's
To be
it's
honest,
like an acquired. It's not my texture. I don't go for that as much.
It's
but-
not my texture. That's a nice way to put it. Not your
Yeah,
preferred texture.
I didn't have that at all. Hold on, guys. I think this is Sal. Let me let him in 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
The show, dude.
Can't keep him waiting.
Yeah, Roger's always talking about that stuff, and like I'd try it, but I feel I would land the same. Like my wife likes when we get like pho, she likes to get like tendon in it and stuff, and I don't need that.
Dude, I get oxtail, and that has like the fat like between the tail. It's fun. That's
Gelatinous.
delicious.
Yeah,
Tasty.
Yeah, very gelatinous.
Not something I seek out.
Right.
Yeah, we got a question here from Van though. Have you guys had this La Roma?
which one? Is
Have
that?
not. That was the one
The
that was in
Passion.
the CA top 25.
Yeah, I
Probably.
think it was.
It's good. I think that was like one of my earlier reviews. I rated that one as pleasant. It's it's a low aroma to Cuba. It's okay. It's pretty good.
Par for the
I
course.
smoked one since. It's been 3 years. I haven't smoked another.
I'll send you one.
Do you have one?
No, I'll buy one though. Just send it to you if you want it.
I'll trade you one, Pete, for an M81 Black.
All right, we'll make it happen. We'll
Ugh.
smoke it on the live.
Barf.
We'll just do a Cigars with Friends terrible cigars edition and just all
Yeah.
smoke
That's
to
an
clear
idea.
out shit from our humidors.
That's not a bad idea, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
we'll
like
Go ahead, Matt.
with terrible shit, I have an issue with like dealing with it because I don't want to give it away, because for like, giveaways or something like that, or for friends, just because you feel bad because it's a shitty cigar. So like, I just hold on to those things. Like they become gag gifts essentially.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess another utilization for that would be just to have a shitty live stream, like a forcefully shitty live stream.
Yeah, just put yourself
Where
through
we
the
all
torture.
suffer. Yeah, I guess it would be like Candela night, except if everybody hated the cigars, not just like 90% of people.
Okay. We could just draw everyone's name. Someone draws the next person's name that's going to be on the live and selects what they have to smoke during that live. Could do that.
Ah,
It's a good idea.
I mean,
That'd
I'll
be
probably
fun.
have to smoke a Chinchale. but you know, what are you gonna do?
At
We
least
want to
they're
make you
short.
smoke something
At
bad.
least it's small.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. That'd be fun though. Select everyone's stick.
Is Roger going to be on tonight?
Not the way his wife's making him remodel his bathroom, bro.
Right?
You're right.
Damn.
You're right. That poor bastard.
Yeah. He sent a
He
video.
has the wherewithal to do it.
Yeah, he could definitely do it, but he sent a video today. He's like, "Oh, you know, just remodeling the bathroom. My wife wants me to build a floating vanity, move the shower over there, move
This
the
light's
drain
got to go
for
over
the
here.
toilet."
Yeah, and it's
I was
on.
like, yeah.
Well, and
Go
it's
ahead.
concrete too, so he's got a jackhammer out the floor to run the pipes and stuff. It's not like he can just go to the floor below and like stab another hole and put a
Terrible.
patch in the plywood.
Terrible, dude.
Oof.
Man, and then when you commented too, Pete, I was like, man, I guess that everybody's wife's the exact same. I was just like, my wife asked for the same damn thing. Like, how can we raise up the vanity? How can we move this over here? Make the tub bigger? I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, by calling a contractor, that's how you can do that.
Yeah, pretty much. Spending $40,000.
Yeah.
Sal!
Hey, bud.
Sal, what up, dude?
You.
What's going on, man?
I just
What
got
you
to,
smoking?
Marvin's place here. Marvin, Steven, and I were all together at Hugo's shindig, which was amazing.
Nice.
Really
I completely
incredible.
forgot about it. Completely fucking forgot about it, Sal.
What a show!
I feel
man.
horrible.
Like everybody that has a horse in that neighborhood was out, and they were doing like prancing tricks and fucking roosters and chickens running around.
Yo,
and
that was my favorite part, bro. I was like a kid. They'll tell you, bro. I was like a kid running around filming these horses, bro, and these ponies, bro. I saw one woman riding a horse, yo. I fell in love, bro. Like on front.
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
I didn't mean it. Peter, come on, man. Give me a break. Come on.
I mean, he said, look, you know, you just took the bait. That's all.
Yeah.
You picked the fruit right off the bottom of the tree.
But did Hugo do any tricks? That's what I want to know.
He cooked.
Yeah,
He
cooked.
cooked.
For
No
everyone.
horse
Trick.
tricks for him.
No horse show for Hugo.
No.
Anyway,
I actually invited him to this. Yeah, I'm glad you made it, Sal. I invited him to this stream because I know he's quite the Cuban smoker now, but I forgot he had that as well. So we'll have to get him on the next one.
Oh yeah.
I told him he should do it. Just be like holding a live chicken and smoking a cigar, and you know,
Just like Cuba, huh?
Bro. The horses were crazy.
yeah.
I'm from the city, man. You know, city boys, we don't see horses like that, bro. I was like,
You're like, that's a big ass dog.
Hey guys, it's really fucking cool. Like I don't know how he lives in a place that's kind of like a small village in Mexico.
bro,
I mean,
Yeah.
for real.
you
Like
pull
a
out
villa.
the street, you hear, you know, Latin music and fucking horses and roosters, and it's
Yeah.
very different than Beverly Hills, guys.
Really cool, man. I really was
Nice.
like, I was loving that shit. When I was walking to the car, I was like, man, what am I doing with my life, man? Like, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah. The city can wear you out and you don't even realize it until you're out of it for a little bit and you're just like, man, there's a lot of different living out there, like a lot slower living. And that's a nice change of pace sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it wasn't even far. It's only like 30 minutes. 30 minutes from the city.
Yeah, something like that. It's a little ways out there, but
Yeah.
6
So
months from
Eve-
now, Marvin's like, check out my ranch.
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, you know, it's like a ranch with like, it's like a mixture between animals and like half-built cars and, you know, kind of lawnmowers and weird shit. Yeah, pretty cool.
Cuba. Fucking Cuba.
Yeah, one guy pulled
Built
up
cars?
had like a mini backhoe, like a front end loader or whatever it was. You know, it's like okay,
Yeah.
normal. He's working on
Nice.
his fucking machinery.
Yo, it was crazy, bro. Coming from the city, it was pretty crazy for me. I know they thought something was wrong with me because I broke out my phone, bro. I got my phone. I'm running.
You're out there like,
literally in the street. There was probably, I mean, I want to say probably 15 or 20 people with their horses out in front of this place. And one dude, like, he was doing the fucking trick with the, that whole.
And then one cat had like a little tiny baby pony horse thing or whatever. It was great. It was great. It was
You guys sure you weren't at the circus? What the hell's going on here?
Well, I think what we were at, like, the pre-show circus, like where they do the training.
A warm up.
Yeah,
there you
warm
go.
up to the circus.
Mm-hmm.
Circus fluffers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Circus
Well, I
fluffers.
missed. I missed what's everybody puffing on here.
Well, go ahead, Steven. Start with you, man.
Yeah,
double
go in order.
Corona.
Oh yeah.
Hoyo.
HDM.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Carby.
Got Rafael Gonzalez Corona de Lonsdale. It's
Oh, yeah.
okay. It's a little leathery. It's starting to get a little creamy, but there is a bitterness to it that I'm not loving.
Really?
Yeah,
Never
maybe
had
it's not ready. It's like a 2023.
The one and only White Churchill's.
Ooh, the
Very
best.
Cool.
Best.
I got that for
Then
myself.
Guava from Marvin. And it's good. It's really freaking good. It's very enjoyable, but it's not Cuban-esque. It's very unique to itself. You know, it has a very unique profile.
Yeah.
This is
But
my
is
first
it-
one. I've never had a Guava before.
Is it warped like?
In ways, maybe. In ways.
Warp-esque.
We're best.
It's warped-esque.
Warp-esque.
That's how we're gonna say it from now on.
Yeah.
Pete, what's your weapon of choice there?
The American Cuban brulee, just because I'm still getting better. You know, my taste buds aren't quite there, and I didn't want to waste a Cuban tonight, so
Got it.
doing what we got to do to get there.
Yeah, man.
I've got the La Gloria Cubana LCDH.
Nice.
Like 6
Nice.
by 49 ring gauge, I believe.
Great cigar.
Yeah.
That's been in heavy rotation for you lately, Sal, hasn't it?
Not
The
this
Gloria?
one. Not the La Gloria, but the Juan Lopez LCDH.
Okay.
is-
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I have one of those with
yeah,
me.
I was gonna smoke that too. I had in that one or something over there. I was gonna-
I brought a box full here of choices.
in a Byron box. guys.
I was
Small
gonna
box.
say,
Mm-hmm.
Very nice
I-
Byron box.
I know that black lacquer.
Man.
Full of Cubans.
Sal only has to keep the ones that are nice enough to keep, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. WV, anywhere you can find them at a reasonable price,
Yes.
and that's probably at a
What's the
brick and
MSRP?
mortar.
Yeah, just like right around 20.
Wouldn't pay more than like $25 for that cigar
Yeah.
in certain
Yeah.
markets.
MSRP is 20, so yeah.
want
You
coffee?
don't go too much higher than that.
Mhm.
Cool for now.
Yeah, we do have some good
Cigar.
beards on the panel tonight.
Hand me that can.
That's right.
You seen this?
That's right.
Yeah, Marvin's beard's
Yeah,
freaking.
look at this.
It's like the biggest I've seen it so far.
Man, thank you, man. I haven't been trimming. I usually trim it, man, and I haven't been trimming it for the new year. I said I'm gonna just let it.
It looks
until-
good.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you, man. Until you know a job or something tells me to trim it a little bit or whatever, I'm like, man, let it just
Let her
winter.
bug.
Chill. Just let it do its thing.
yeah.
Let her rip.
Let it rip, man.
Hell
Have
yeah.
you guys ever seen this?
Zep.
Zep?
What is that?
What is it?
Zep?
It's a car product, but smoke eliminator?
Smoke odor.
Bro, this shit, I keep a can in everywhere I go. In my car. I don't even smoke in my car, but I keep a can. And what? Yeah, in the car, my everyday car, I don't smoke in it, but I keep it in every room in the house. This shit is unbelievable. I was put up on this. The guy that owns Davidoff of Geneva in New York, one of the Davidoffs, put me up on this because this is what they keep in the Davidoffs to get the smoke out of people's suits, the smell. This shit is industrial.
That's cool.
It's so good, man. It works.
And they spray it on their suit, on like their
you
fabric.
Spray this on. This is what when, like, for instance, what's happening right now in Southern California. This is what the firemen actually use. This product when your house has smoke damage, or like it's in your furniture and in your clothes and all of that. They spray this active product.
I'm gonna get it.
I got to get that for the tent.
I like
Gotta
it.
get that for the tent, bro.
I need a keg of that.
Yeah, they sell it by the keg too. They sell like big packs on Amazon, bro. It's crazy.
Every once in a while, it gets pretty smoky in the tent. I got to, get the garage doors open, air it out. I have an ozone generator that kind of neutralizes a lot of the smoke smells, but I might have to try that can out.
Pete, you have a 2-person or a 3-person one?
This is a 4-person fishing tent.
Okay.
Yeah. I downgraded last.
Space.
Yeah, my last one was pretty big. It was like up to 8 people. Felipe's in that one now, but he's got a bigger setup than me. My setup's a lot smaller. He's got the fancy lights and the fancy camera. He's got all that good stuff.
Man, there's puffs of this that are like really good, and then there's puffs of it that are like off-putting. It's interesting.
What's the off-putting like flavor note that you're getting?
Kind of like a bitterness, but then there'll be other puffs that's like really nice and creamy and kind of like coffee-ish and.
Is that that's not short filler, is it? The Rafael Gonzalez, that's not short filler. No.
I don't think so.
No.
I've never had one.
It's a fucking banger, man. I've never smoked one that was off, but
I know Keith really likes those.
It happens, man. Either it's the cigar or the age, or it could be a number of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Damn it. Oh, you're watching the Washington game?
Yeah. My wife's a big Commanders fan, so they're up 7-3 right now.
Okay.
But Jaden Daniels just got sacked. But there is a penalty. Hold on the defense. Sorry, I'll shut up. This is Cuban Cigar live stream. Sorry, guys.
Well, sorry, guys, I can tell you, I'm a little bit into this sucker, and my favorite part about this is the finish, and the part of the finish is like when you're not smoking, the cigar is just resting, and on your palate, what's left is this really light, beautiful honey with a little bit of almost like a black tea. It's almost like tea and honey. Just on the palate at the end. Like, I'm not smoking anything right now, and I can just taste it on my tongue.
What's the matter? You're scaring me.
It's okay. Very nice.
Things wrong.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I gotta do a remodel this spring. My boy's bathroom needs to get gutted, but luckily we're not moving anything. It's just like rip and replacing, so shouldn't be that bad. Just upgrading, fixtures and new tub and vanity, but definitely not going to be jackhammering the floor. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was stripped down today, man. Paraj.
Might as well just take it to the studs at that point. He's like, I got to patch this, patch that. I was like, Jesus, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Might as well just buy a new house.
And
Sell that thing.
and he's doing that. He's doing that all himself. Is that our understanding? He's just doing all this work himself.
I mean, he might have a buddy helping him, but yeah, it looks like he's doing it all on his off time.
Release.
Crazy.
Release.
Yeah.
Release.
I wonder how Release is doing. Remember, he was chucking toilets into the garbage and sliced his arm open.
Fuck, dude, that poor bastard.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's still alive and not an amputee.
Ah, JD, your dad used to breed horses. He would train them to dance. I'd like to see JD on a
okay.
horse. Very nice.
Pretty cool. I wonder if he
What's up, Fred?
partook in the same thing like at Hugo's neighborhood. It was whole families. There's like little kids on fucking giant horses, adults, men, women. It was like a fucking thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Leo nailed it. Sounds like a great time.
Oh yeah.
Leo's
What's Fred
tight.
smoking? Is Fred smoking an Atabey Black?
Atabey Black.
Dang.
Take it easy, Fred. Fred's going to be our guest on episode or Cigar 3. So not this Thursday, but the next Thursday. He'll be on a guest episode for Unbanded.
Nice.
Nice. Yep.
The next cigar 2 is kind of like a lighter shade, I think, and it's slightly smaller. I think.
Yes. It's I think it's the lightest shade in the pack.
Yes, it
All right.
is.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Should be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we got the high MSRP out of the way real quick.
Yeah. The other ones aren't budget though, so they're good price points.
That first one was such a knowing the price point going into it.
That's
Kind of a
wild.
bummer.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Like-
that they made cigars that expensive.
They make $100. They make $100.
Peter
cigar.
James.
I believe
No
there's
idea.
one that's $100. I think that
I
might
thought
have
all
been
their
what I
sticks
said.
were like $30. I thought they had like a natural and a Maduro, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's like a $66 smoke. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking forward to smoking it after you guys had that experience, but
Don't.
I have that.
Why?
Well,
Why?
I have
Why?
2 of them. Sal sent me one months ago too. Maybe I'll have that one because I know it's got like 8 to 10
Time.
months of age on it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, plus like the frickin' 65 years accumulated age on top of it, whatever, or it already has, you know?
Yeah.
Stupid.
yeah. Texas, what's up, buddy?
How's that?
It's really good.
Nice.
Really, really good.
Does it line up to what the other one you got?
Actually, yeah, it's actually really good. Thanks, Steve, for this. This is
You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
it's really good.
Nice. All right, we got a question everyone loves. What is the most Cuban-esque non-Cuban for you guys? And I mean, Sal, you're a majority Cuban smoker. Steven, you probably smoke more Cubans than all of us too. Do you guys have a cigar that's New World that can kind of nail some flavors that you would recommend? Go ahead,
I can
Steven.
pick one. So, but it's hard to say now because of the potential changes in blends for Illusione. But the Epernay and La Ferme, those were my favorites. To try to hit that
It's like
similar-
it's like 5 1/4 by 48. La Ferme, the La Ferme. It's a great cigar.
Great.
But yeah, over the last like 5 years or so, especially with like the rebranding, it's hard to say like whether the quality is still there where it was before, unfortunately.
So current production, Sereno Medio. It's a blue label.
Yeah, I know it.
Who's that? Illusione?
No, Sereno.
Sereno.
That's the name of the brand. I have
It's
some.
family name.
Yep.
Sereno. I never
Yeah,
had
it's a nice Connecticut.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think, for me, I think my percentages, they kind of vary, like somewhere like 60-40, and it can go either way. 60 New World, 40 Cuban, 60 Cuban, 40, non-Cuban. That is whatever. It's just all mood and access. And I'm lucky enough to have plenty of moods and plenty of access. So,
Mhm.
thank God. I would say I like the Epernay. I think that's a good call, Stephen. But I would kind of point to some of the products from Selected Tobacco. And there's quite a few. Definitely Atabey, sometimes Alfonso. And then when you get into Byron, there's so many different variations of Byron. And I think within those, like I was smoking a 19th century Grand Poemas last night, and I was feeling some similarities there. But it's more in like, I think more in the texture, you know, but more in the body there. But I think selected tobacco products offer you the most variation and sort of like a throughway into certain Cuban cigars.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense to me. And Jonathan, this would be quite the experiment, bro. Unban 50 cigars, forget about them for a year, smoke them and rank them, release the overall video. I mean, you want me to do the dishes too? Jesus.
So much work. I would need to be getting paid to invest that much time in a video.
Yeah.
Paid well. Because that's a lot of free time gone. But it's a
That's
cool
one of those,
idea.
it's one of those ideas that sounds great on paper, and then you're like, this is a nightmare to execute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like where you're going with it, though. Yeah. Oh, Fred's going to light up a Byron next. Okay.
All right.
It's a baller Sunday. Atabey Black, then Byron.
Nice.
Jeez.
Excellent choices.
Yeah.
Going for the ZZ Top beard. Those guys are still touring, by the way. Like, they're still going.
Are they?
That's wild.
Man.
Yeah. I believe one of them passed away a few years ago, but I think the band is still touring.
I remember like getting ZZ Top tapes from my dad when I was a kid, and they weren't young then, playing them in my Walkman.
Yeah. Yeah.
They probably
The
look
only-
the exact same, though.
True.
The only ZZ Top story I know is my cousin went to a strip club in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it was like a few hours before a ZZ Top concert, and the boys were there having a good time. ZZ Top was there having a good time, and then they went to the perform at their concert after. But apparently they had a lot of fun in that joint before they went.
It's a good pregame.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
That's a hard life to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's ordering Zep. You should have got a plug for that shit, Marvin.
I know.
Right?
What's that shit you do? You know that shit?
Affiliate
on
link,
Amazon?
bro.
When you
Affiliate link.
Yeah. Because people always get me with that shit. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People send me shit all the time, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I needed this. And then they tell me later, oh yeah, I get paid every time you order this shit.
This stream brought to
Nice.
you by Zep.
Right.
Zep.
Oh man,
ZZ Zep.
that'd be a sponsor YouTube actually wouldn't get mad about.
It's
Right?
fucking-
I'd like to toss you guys an interesting little anecdote from my past life. But the guitar player of ZZ Top, his name is Billy Gibbons. He's a hell of a guy. I mean, he is a very interesting guy. He's sort of like a hillbilly intellectual, if you will.
Okay.
And he come to my office at this club that I had a long time ago. And he'd knock on the door, and he'd have a fucking little pouch with some dice in it, and he'd want to shoot craps, and he brought a stack of $2 bills to bet with. And that was the thing. You had to go get $2 bills to get in the game. And so the bets were $2, but only with a $2.
Fuck.
So there's a story for Cigars with Friends that you may not have heard otherwise.
It's an interesting concept.
Yeah. Eclectic. Very eclectic.
What's going on, Johnny OCD?
What's up, Johnny?
Still got your bathrobe on, buddy? Oh, yeah, that's cute. That's cute, DC. I enjoy that.
Yeah, DC likes a bathrobe.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
He just likes imagining what's underneath it. That's all right, though.
There we go, Luke. We're doing sake together tonight, man. I got a brulee.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I do it all the time.
You sure?
Fucking right. I do this shit all the time, bro.
Yeah, with those Epernets and stuff, it's pretty easy to find old Illusiones, and
Whoa.
they date the boxes.
Yeah.
So
That's
Mhm.
That's my favorite.
You're
I
right.
go find them at other shops.
I think the new ones, I'm not quite sure, but I believe they're being made at a different factory now. And
They are.
I don't like them. But the old Illusiones are really, they're wonderful.
Because he moved a lot of lines to AJ, didn't he? Dion?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It seems like a bad idea,
Yeah.
especially for the profiles he tries to achieve. If you were like name a blender that can do Cuban, I don't think AJ is in my top 10 of guys.
He makes a lot of cigars with Cuban names, but yeah, that's as close as he gets, really.
That's it. That's it. Roger.
Ro-
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Roger.
How's it going?
Raj.
Dude, what'd you light up? What are you lighting up, bro?
Oil de Monterrey. What is this? Epicure number 2.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Classic.
It's a Robusto,
This-
right?
Yeah, this was actually given to me by Space City Smoke, Victor. So
There we
finally
go.
I tried
Dude.
this. Mhm.
Classic.
Glad
How's
your
your
wife
guys'
let you
cigar?
take a break, dude.
I know, dude. She's cracking the whip. She's pointing the finger at me right now. But
Yeah, she's
you
like,
gotta do what you gotta do.
It's like, shut up. Don't tell him.
Space City Smart. You ever seen-
that's no small job, dude. That is no small job. We were talking about it earlier.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's gonna take forever, dude.
And it's just you?
Yeah, I'll get some help when I do the tile. I was supposed to get some help from the guys at work, but it's just been so busy, man, that it hasn't happened. And it's like, she was telling me this weekend, she's like, we should take the kids to Knott's Berry Farm. We should do that. I'm like, you've been complaining about the one bathroom. It's like, we can't do it all, you know, like we gotta make up our mind here. But
Yeah. At least you get a nice little smoke break.
heck yeah, man. This is starting off nice too.
Nice.
How was your
And,
guys' cigar?
So far, so good.
Solid, bro.
Yeah. Has anyone else smoked this 41? Because I've had it from Villiger, and I thought it was a pretty good cigar. I don't know if I would equate it to a Cuban-esque cigar, but I thought it was a solid cigar overall.
It was good. That's the one. That's that little short Bellicoso, right?
Yeah.
It was good. I feel like mine was muted when I had it though, and it could have been my palate that day. I could tell like there was good flavors there. It wasn't like captivating. Like, but I could tell like there's like hints of stuff that I liked.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel Cuestas
Angel
are
Cuesta.
tasty.
It's a good
Is-
cigar. I think Michael just sent me one of those.
Mhm.
Is Angel? Do they have like a Cuban Angel Cuesta, or is that the J.C. Newman one?
That's
It's a Jason Newman one.
That
Yeah.
cigar's so good, man. That the one I've had before, it was so freaking good.
So since we're on Cuban night, do we have any Cubans that you guys consider like S tier, your favorite Cuban out of the pile that you have? I mean, Steven, does anything come to mind as like your number one?
I mean, yeah, Lusitanius, Partagas. It's gonna be up there. I like a lot of Key d'Orsay. The number 50, the Cronus Claro are probably my favorites. Yeah, there's so many that I've tried this year that are just favorites. But Partagas as a brand, I love that profile. The P2 is fantastic. But yeah, those would be my tops.
Yeah. What about you, Carpy? You got one that sits at the top of the pile?
Well, I always like the Partagas D4s, right? But that's probably because it's the ones I've smoked the most of. On my top 25, I had the Trinidad Vejilla, however you say it, the Siglo 1 and the Monty 5. I have shot my K Dorsey series, and they were all pretty good, but I'm not gonna say which ones I liked the best, but Steven's on the same track basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are very, very good cigars.
What about you, Roger? You got a Cuban that sticks out?
So the Romeo and Julieta White Churchill, that one's been my favorite by far. I don't have a lot of experience with Cubans. The one I smoked one a few weeks ago, just out of nowhere, that the Rafael something, what's it called? It looked like
Gonzalez.
a very plain. There we go. That cigar was so good. I think Marvin gave me that cigar, and that cigar was so freaking good. I took a picture of it, but those are the ones that kind of stick in recent memory right now.
What about you, Michael?
Well, I haven't had one recently. Matt has, but the Edmundo Dantes, that'll always be one that stays with me for a long time. Back in the day, the Esplendidos by Cohiba, those were always absolutely fantastic. Used to love those, and the Siglo 6. Before the Bahiki, like those were really, really special cigars when I first started smoking. Now the White Churchill, man, from Romeo, that's out of like the new stuff that's not a regional release or a limited edition. I think that's as good as it gets.
Marvin, what about
Beautiful.
you, man?
White Churchill, bro.
Yep.
Churchill. I agree with the fellas. And everybody knows me, knows that freaking cigar is something special, man.
Yeah.
It's just it's funny because I've smoked a lot of those cigars and I've never had a bad one, like not a construction issue, not a nothing.
Yep.
It's just a freaking one, man. And then after that would be the E2 Partagas. And the La Gloria Cubana, man. Yeah, those three. Those are probably like my top three right now.
What about you, Sal?
Beautiful.
Well, I think Marvin just mentioned something important, and Michael did as well. He used the words "right now."
Sure.
Because I think that's important. It's like, what are you digging right now? What's hitting you good right now? This cigar right here is hitting great right now, right? So there's one way to answer that. You talk about all time. I mean, I've mentioned this before. My favorite cigar I've ever had was in 1992, Oye de Monterrey Double Corona in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
That was special and spectacular. But, the rest of it is kind of like, it just kind of varies, man. I mean, I love the Cohiba Lancero, the Trinidad Fundadores, the Vejilla is a favorite of mine. Reyes is good. La Trova, Esmeralda, those are all great. Of course, the Bahike, I prefer. Sometimes it's between a Bahike 52 and a Bahike 54. For Cohiba, there's the Siglo 6 is amazing. The Cohiba Esplendidos is phenomenal. Those are just your regular production cigars. Juan Lopez Selección number 2 for a Robusto. Cohiba Robusto second to that.
So everything is what you're getting at. Just everything.
Yeah, there's a Cuban.
Pretty much.
It's really hard for me to answer.
Sal loves Cubans. That's it.
I'm just doing my best, man. But the thing is, and Steven and I were talking about this earlier, there are so many fucking Cuban cigars that you have no even idea that I don't even have an idea that they exist. The deeper dive that you get into it and you see what is actually available out there, it's vast.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
what was the Robania you gave Matt and myself? That Robania.
Unicos.
the Unicos.
Yeah.
The Unicos.
Cigars.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Great.
But
That's a great stick.
I love the Unicos, but I prefer the Famoso. You know, the Robusto version of that cigar.
Really?
Yeah.
And what about you, Matt? Because you almost ate a Cuban recently.
Oh, num. Yeah, the Edmundo Dantes, that was just, you know, it was an ethereal, gorgeous experience having that cigar.
Yeah.
That's probably my top. All the Cubans I've had as of late have just been bomb, and I think a lot of that just has to do with the sourcing, the people who have been kind enough to share and give me access to certain types of cigars has been top tier. And so I've been lucky enough to have some of the best of the best, not only just like the blends, but just like of those blends, the highest quality possible for, the factories they're made at, quality inspection, all that stuff. That Partagas I had today was great. They released the review of today, the Linea Maestra. Really liked that one. That Unigos, the Robena Unigos was amazing. The White Churchill, one of my cigars of the year. That was the first Cuban to make one of my lists. Just fucking incredible. Like they make really good cigars. And I used to be the mindset of like, it's not worth the chase. It's not worth the potential to procure an authentic Cubans. It's not worth the risk given what you have to pay. But if you can find a good source, if you can find a source that you trust, and that source has good quality for an occasion, it is worth the chase for an occasion.
I think that occasion is waking up in the morning.
Depending on your pocketbook. For me, it's an occasion kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think when I got started off with the Cubans, people were sending to me the Cohiba Siglo one was just, for some reason, because it was the first one and it was so freaking good, I was like, oh, there's something here. Like, it's not all hype. Guys aren't just talking about, Cubans because, we can't get them. So it's like, everybody wants them. But that cigar tipped the scales for me. I was like, there's something to this Cuban stuff. And then, the D4, I really wanted to like, but I was 0-3 because I just couldn't get good ones. Like, people were sending me them and they weren't smoking well. And then the last one I had was fantastic. Like, it finally lit. It smoked great all the way through, and I got it. I was like, man, the first ones I had, obviously they couldn't even smoke. The last one was so good. I would go through like another 3 not smoking to get to that, fourth one again to smoke it because it was that freaking good.
Wow.
Were they all from the same place, Peter, or just
all different people?
All
different people. And then the one that finally smoked perfectly was sent from Greg at Tip Top. Because he was like, he just had bought a box and he's like, dude, you got to get one that's good because, it's a great cigar. Everyone loves it. When you get a good one, you'll know why everyone loves it. And it sure enough, it hit. And then to be a little different, I don't know, the Ramon Iones Superiors, is that it?
Superiors. Yep.
Yeah. Fuck, that cigar was
LCH.
good. Yeah. If I had to buy a box right now of Cubans, it would be that one. I would put the money on that one.
Yeah,
Box of 10 too, slightly more affordable,
Slightly more affordable. Yeah. Fantastic cigar.
They just opened up a box of those at a place I was at earlier today.
Hugo's house?
No. I was at the headquarters.
Damn. I would have made that party if you did that.
Yeah.
So do those have LCBH on the box?
Shout out to Mike and the whole crew over at King Cigar Lounge. Those guys are just amazing.
Top tier guys.
Yep.
Top tier, S tier.
You're in the Los Angeles area, do yourself a favor. If you're a cigar enthusiast and you want to be treated with kindness and respect and have a first-class experience, that's the place to go. That's the guy to see.
I know Marvin, Sal, and Steven on this panel, you received the same cigar that I received that very rare diplomatic, Republica, the. Have you guys tried that one yet? Have you smoked
No.
it yet?
I don't know if I'll ever smoke it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I told you, Matt. That's Oscar night. When I get that Oscar, brother, that'll be when they say then the winner is Oscar, Emmy, Gold, either one. When they say and the winner is, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna accept the award with that cigar in my hand.
Yeah, what a beautiful cigar, man.
It's
Vitola. It's a pretty big Vitola. It looks like it's like a 58, maybe.
Yeah.
It's it comes in this beautiful kind of round humidor, not round, but oval shaped, or
like wooden jar, essentially.
Yeah, it's like a wooden jar, basically, and I think there's 50 of them in there. But what a lovely fucking clean wrapper, and it's a really nice pack. It's just a beautiful looking cigar.
Yeah, band I've never seen from Cohiba. Like I've never ever seen that before. It's crazy.
Damn, I want to smoke that fucker now.
I gotta win.
Let's go. We gotta talk to the Academy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Who do we got to call to make this happen? I want to see you smoke that cigar, bro.
Fucking right.
Don't worry about it.
Sal's got it.
You know somebody.
I'll work on it.
Come on.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
This thing's getting pretty good. I was like a little worried at the beginning where I was like, this isn't hitting, but the bitter notes have gone away, and it's might be like the most earthy Cuban I've ever had, but it's like a creamy earthiness. It's pretty good.
Ooh.
What is it, Mike?
It's that Rafael Gonzalez you were talking about. It might have been a different size that you smoked, but like at the beginning, every couple of puffs, there was like this bitterness to it that I was like, oh no. Should I have let this sit longer or something? But
thanks for the kind words, Leo.
Cancel shit.
It's appropriate.
It is appropriate.
Yeah, we've been called way worse. Way worse.
Really? Apropos.
Yeah. Acid Cubas, not tonight. Not tonight. I've never had an acid.
That's
period.
Neither have I, but I have a Cuba that a flooring guy gave me because he heard I smoked cigars, and I'm sure he went into a humidor and found the coolest looking one, and it's in a cool tube, and I'll review it someday just for fun.
It'll get views.
Yeah.
I got a question for Sal and Steven, I guess, because Steve, his knowledge of Cuban procurement is incredible, as well as Sal's. And to everybody who can answer this question, what would you say is your best budget-friendly Cuban cigar? It has to be good and budget-friendly.
I mean, the one that Mike is smoking is one of them. Sure. Here, let me look up.
So most budget-friendly, and I'm going to keep it long filler.
Yeah.
Is Romeo y Julieta Sports Largos.
Never heard of it.
And that's why it's cheap.
There you go.
Yeah, I never heard of that one either.
What's the price point on it?
Sub 10.
Okay.
What?
How much are vaqueros?
Those have gone up lately. Full secondaries like 20 a stick, but usually get them between 10 and 20.
Yeah.
Those are freaking good too.
Those are really good.
Don't have a lot of experience with Cubans, but that one's really good.
And yeah, they're rolled at the Trinidad factory. So.
Oh, nice.
I think that Rafael Gonzalez Corona still on sale is around 16. I don't know if it's gone up at all, but it's about, you buy a box of 10 for, $170.
Yeah, it's gone up a little bit since last year, but still about there.
What are you drinking, Marvin? People want to know.
Coffee.
Ah,
Coffee. It's
there you go.
in this
That's
mug,
pairing.
the new TV show I did gave me this great coffee mug that keeps it really warm. And yeah, so I've been drinking this all day. Actually, it's been hot all day.
Nice.
Nice.
How does it know?
Hmm?
How does it know?
I don't know. It's a company called Mirror. You guys know Mirror, right? MIR.
You put
Yeah.
cold in there, it'll
So,
stay
yeah.
cold.
I don't
This is
know.
my second cigar of the night. I went with a Cuban sandwich, the Palpetta.
How does it know?
Nice.
Polpetta.
It works though, bro. The shit's been warm all day, bro. I had this shit at Hugo's and all that. I had to drink it there.
Going Hoya Epicure number 2 for number 2.
Very nice.
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 Very good.
Same as Raj.
This is a really good cigar. I got like a little hints of like, I don't want to say ammonia, but I'm like, oh, that was nasty. Maybe the beginning was just good, but no, then it went away. But I got it for a little bit, and I got a little bit worried.
Not cold.
Let's see. What did Roberto say here? Best Cuban he's ever had was a Boulevard Royal Corona. Okay.
That's a bad.
I recently had one. Yeah, very good. That's what we did a box split of.
Nice.
Dude, yesterday that thing
Boulevard?
that I went to, there's like a contractor. This is the guy. This dude loves cigars, but he like, I don't know. That's the guy that gave me a box of Bulls, and he like loves cigars. So he threw this like little Cuban event, and he's like, bro, this is our guy. This is our contact, and he like smuggles like a bunch of Cubans over here. He's like, and he has like legit stuff, and I'm like, okay, he's Cuban. His mom's Cuban. She lives in Cuba, and that was that guy I sent you the videos of. But it's like, bro, I don't. He's like, trust me, bro, they're real. I'm like, how do you know, bro? You don't know anything about cigars, bro. Like you smoke whatever's expensive. Like I know him. It to him, smoking is like this cool thing that like business people do. So I don't know. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna. I don't know. They were expensive too, and you had to buy boxes. He wasn't really selling singles. And I was like, dude, I don't want to. There was a bunch of guys buying boxes. I couldn't believe it, dude.
Did you win anything in the raffle?
No, I didn't buy the raffle was $100 a ticket. I was like, dude, I don't want to join that. There was like the ST DuPont was cool, but then there was a bunch of posters of like Opus posters. And I'm like, anybody who won that paid $100 for that poster.
Well, you already have those in your Opus room, right?
Hell yeah, dude. I got a few. Dude, but they were raffling off like rifles and stuff. It was weird, man. That was like a really weird thing. My brother made us go, so it's like.
I wanted to go to that. I knew about it, but.
Did you? No way, dude. Okay, so do you know the guy Max, the guy that's supposedly?
I know who you're talking about.
So is he legit or no?
Yes, entirely.
No, dude, that is insane,
Roger.
bro.
Call him up.
I got his.
That's a thing out there, man.
You got to reach me on Facebook. I was like, bro, I don't have a Facebook.
You do now.
Like, oh, dude.
You do now, bro.
Steven, where are you from?
SoCal.
Wins.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Just outside LA.
That would have been sick, bro. Oh man, yeah. Well, I went there. I was only there for like an hour and a half, dude, because it was a like mandated thing that I had to go to. But it was cool, dude. It was cool.
If I was an hour closer, I would have considered the drive.
Dude, I thought that stuff was so fake, dude, because he was selling farm rolls that looked really weird. And I was like, dude, I don't know, dude. I was like, I don't trust anybody selling Cubans anyway.
His shaggy foots are fantastic. Those farm rolls are great.
That's insane, dude.
Fuck, Roger. You found out a day late.
I sent you guys a video. I'm like, what do you guys think? It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So he didn't have anything crazy, right? That's why I thought maybe they're real because there's nothing here that's like limited or whatever. And then the guy, there were some boxes that said LCDH on the top, and that's all I was asking. Is that what those? I'm like, I didn't know they made cigars, bro. I have no idea about Cubans, man.
There's the kind of burgundy band LCDH, and then there's the gold band, the LCDH specialist. Like I heard you asking this a few minutes ago, so I pulled one of my. This is a specialist band LCDH, so it's not the burgundy, it's the two square specialist band.
Yeah.
Legit. This is a Punch 48 LCDH specialist. It's got the two.
Yeah.
That's what they look like. So yeah, LCDH is a designation. They're supposed to be only sold if you're an LCDH retailer. You should be able to sell LCDH releases. If you're a general, or rather, if you're a specialist retailer, you should be able to sell the specialist releases. But that's kind of muddy. Some of them sell both.
They're so confusing, man. They're so, when you guys are throwing out names and sizes, and I'm like, damn, dude, that's like a whole nother world, bro, that you got to get into if you want to get a little bit of insight into it.
Oh,
what's up?
Hey,
What's going on,
DC?
guys?
How we doing?
good man.
pretty good, man.
The light might be a little too bright.
A little Epi 3 there.
Yep.
Nice.
Very cool. Do you guys have any old Cubans in your collections? I guess Steven and Sal, probably you too, Michael. Do you guys have any older Cubans?
Yeah. So my oldest kind of more budget Cuban is from year 2000. That's a Los Stados Deluxe. It's an old machine made. I've got some old Fonseca Cigarillos that I just got from around 2000 to 2003. They were discontinued. But the oldest of the good stuff is 2004 EL Cohiba Sublime.
Okay. What about you, Michael? You got anything old in your collection, Cuban-wise?
I have those 2003 Fonsecas with the little paper towel over them. Those are probably the oldest at this point. Some original release Bahiki. I think I'm down to my last 54.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I got the 10 count box, and then I had the sampler that had the 52, the 54, and the 56, and those are long gone. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's my oldest. Might have like a Serie D number 4 or a Monty 2 hanging out that's been around for, a little bit, but not as long as those.
Sal, you got anything old in your collection, Cuban-wise?
Yeah, Cuban Davidoff 5000 series from the late 1980s.
Yeah, that's old.
And then going like way into the 2000s, I have a little collection of Cohiba Lanceros and Cohiba Fundadoras from, I think, like 2015. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I mean, that would be, and then there's stuff from 2017, 2019, 2020. And then the newer stuff that I have is 23 and 24, which are pretty good years, actually. Like AZ was saying, the sick period on those cigars seems to be much less, so they're smokable sooner. But yeah, I would normally not get anything with that less than 3 to 4 years of age on it. I wouldn't purchase it.
Gotcha. Matt, you must have a couple of things too that have been sent to you with some age on it.
Probably, I think you had this one, that Monty from 2008. It's like a Lonsdale. Yeah, that's probably the oldest one. Depending on the age of that one rare Cohiba that Mike gave us. I'm not, don't know the age on that one.
Yeah,
but that 2008 Monte Cristo is probably the oldest Cuban I have.
Yeah, and if I could add, I do have some other vintage cigars that were sent to me by AZ. I don't have the list, and can't really roll it off the top of my head, but I do know that he sent me cigars from 1999 through like 2008.
That's awesome.
So, as singles, like what I was talking about were like, a little small collection, but those are singles. And yeah, really amazing, super generous, amazingly curated bunch of bangers. He's, that's what he does, right? Where is he? I don't see him in the comment.
Yeah, I don't know where. Oh, I think he just popped up. Just dropping by. There he is. If you guys want to go round robin, start with Steven. Go ahead, man.
The Hoyo Double Corona.
What do you got, Raj?
Hoyo Epicure number 2.
Carby.
Got the La Cometa Amato number 44 because I just finished
Cuban
my Gonzalez.
I'm sure he loves that. I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
For you, AC. Just for you.
Perfect Cuban-esque cigar, man.
Yeah, there we
Never.
go.
Warp-esque, baby.
What do you got, DC?
Just slammed his laptop.
The Hoya Epicure 3.
Nice. Marvin, Sal, what do you guys
A lot of
got?
Hoya going on.
Trying to decide between this Cohiba Robusto or this Edmundo. Any suggestions, guys?
I don't know.
I would go with whatever Sal wants you to smoke.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's pointing. What?
I was gonna say we could both smoke the Robustos, but I don't know. I got a good feeling about that Edmundo. And if it sucks, you can put it out and light up the.
Yeah.
Stomp it. Stomp it live, baby.
I've got the Warp Chinchale.
Don't do that to me, Sal.
Superioris 6-month edition, or better known as the La Gloria Cubana LCDH 6x49.
Very nice. Very nice.
I think 6. It looked like 6.
We got Matt.
And I have my first Guava that I'm finishing up. Is that right?
How's
Yeah,
it
there
doing
we go.
for you, Matt?
Dude, it's good. It's the least Cuban-esque Cuban I've had, but it's very enjoyable. It's distinct to itself. It doesn't remind me of Nicaraguan, Dominican, anything. It's its own profile, and it's very good.
Michael, what do you got?
Also doing the Hoya number 2, and just finished up the Romeo Wide Churchill before that.
Paul Petto.
Well, bad.
I'll admit that.
What are you gonna do?
Well, bad.
What are you gonna do?
Meatball.
But for you guys that have a lot of Cubans, how do you store them? Do you keep them separately, lower RHs, try to do lower temperatures? Steven, what do you do with your collection?
So I keep my RH between 60 and 65. You know, if I could say that I, love a particular RH, it's probably right around 63, but with the Cooladors, there's a fluctuation. So I try to ride 63 so that it hits between 60 and 65 as the compressor fluctuates on and off. So I have the good stuff in my Coolador, and I keep it at around 65 degrees in temperature. And so that's true. I have a couple Cooladors with boxes, so that's for that portion. The remainder of the collection I have in a Herf 450 count. So those big kind of Tupperware things, and so that's still 65% Bovedas and inside the house, so consistent temperature right around there. And then I've got 2 300 count retail display, desktop retail displays. Same 65% Bovedas for those, and then another couple of desktops the same. So kind of all over the place, but consistent temperature and humidity.
Very different.
That's it.
Just a few.
Do you guys store at lower RH for any of the other guys? Michael, you do?
Yep. So, well, I mean, 60, 62, 63, those are my prime. That's where I try to keep it in range.
Okay.
I like
It's funny because
after a dry bottle.
how people always say oh, you should store your Cubans at a lower RH. It's everything smokes better at a lower RH, not just Cubans.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I always had the mindset of okay, I'll have this humidor specifically for Cubans that I have at a lower RH. No, I'm going low 60s for everything. That's my goal, to have 58 to 62, that's my golden window right there. That's my Goldilocks zone. So not just for Cubans, especially for Cubans, but for non-Cubans as well. Like 62, that's what I aim for, or between 58 and 62.
I like keeping Cubans together in their box if possible. So like every cigar that was rolled with each other, put in that box, keep them all in the box. That's like the only separation. But a lot of times you end up with singles, so you really can't always separate them, unless you have them in like a bag separate from the Dominican stuff or the Nicaraguan stuff.
Yeah. We were on Discord, I believe it was last night or the night before. Mike was with me, and AZ was doing like an experiment with vacuum sealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's been doing like a bunch of long-term vacuum sealing with different Bovedas sealed with the boxes. Mike, do you remember how that went?
Yeah, so I think he said he's doing it in the box, so there's actually a little bit of air left in it. He did one with like 65% Boveda in it, one with 62, and one with nothing, I think.
Yeah.
He figured out like the actual humidity, and I can't recall exactly the details, but it sounds interesting. Vacuum sealed it just enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just enough so that there was still some air in it, so it was actually able to age and not just be in like an oxygen-free environment and not crush them.
Yeah, whatever his findings were, he was excited about it.
Yeah.
So he's done with the test, or he's still letting them go for a while?
I think he's going to do more boxes, he said, but he was happy how like it turned out. I'm not sure which one he was happy with the most. I think the points, like who knows how he does the scoring. The guy's a mad scientist, but he was excited however the cigars came out, and he's like, I got to look into doing this more often with some of my boxes. So
a lot of his stuff is like significant long-term aging. So where we kind of think about a short time course sub 10 years, his stuff is 10 to 25 years. So a lot of his experiments, he won't really know until it's too late to repeat it. So I think the idea is to create several tests against a control along a really substantial time course. So yeah, this is not something we'll have results now, next year, or in a decade. He won't know till.
Good thing he's younger.
That's crazy.
Good thing he's younger.
Yeah. There was a lot of talk about that Kirby video, and he was brushing off cigars covered in plume in his humidor next to cigars that didn't have any plume on them. So I wouldn't recommend that. It's you keep your cigars how you want to keep them.
Extra flavor, bro.
Spreading that plume around.
Yeah, he's just like, you just gotta brush them off, and like you just see spore molecules going everywhere.
The next brush, the next box with the brush again.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you doing that?
It's a brand new walk-in humidor. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Like the one he had built, and he's just like, oh, this one's got a little bit of plume on it. Let me just fucking spread it to all my other cigars.
Jeez.
See AZ's latest comment.
If you believe in plume, please block me.
Was it humidity as a myth?
Yeah.
It's just extra flavor, guys.
It's always mold. Don't let anyone lie to you. It's always mold.
What a crock.
Smart way to save some cigars, man. Like make people still buy them. It's like, dude, this makes it extra tasty. Like,
yeah.
This means super aged.
I mean, have you guys ever walked into a B&M where you see a bunch of mold and like you just leave and the guy's like, hey, you couldn't find what you wanted? And you're just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks. It's like,
yep.
They'll try to sell it to you too. It's just I mean, I'm sure some people don't care. They don't know better, but
yeah.
I had one guy grab it with all the mold on it, and he did a quick wipe, and he's like, yeah, here, go ahead and smell it. Put it up to your nose. I was like, I looked at him. I was like, I'm good. I wasn't interested in that one. It was like, and it was all placencias. They were all destroyed. Everyone.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Dude, screw that, man. There's a cool lounge called Plume in Orange County. That place is cool though. That's like
it is kind of
and Yorba Linda.
Yeah, there we go. That place is dope.
It's a cool name for a lounge for sure.
Yeah, I went into one. It was just some random shop, and I'm like, oh no, it's moldy in here, you know. And then I turn around to walk out the humidor, and I see this piece of printer paper where they've pointed out like the benefits of plume, and I'm like, oh shit, no, okay.
I've
They
seen
fully
that. I've seen
committed.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it was last month I went into a cigar shop I've never been into, but I've driven by 100 times. And it was so bad in the humidor. I wanted to take a picture and like send the guys. I mean, the entire thing was covered in mold, white, like mineral dust, plume. And I just wanted to get my picture out, like my camera out to take a few pictures, but the shop owner was fucking hawking me. And I was like, I got to get out of here, dude. I was so uncomfortable in there. It wasn't good.
I had the same experience he had at a place here in Burbank.
The Cigars and Gifts.
I don't know. It's like right on the weird like triangle corner.
Yeah. Cigars and Gifts. That place, the humidor, the fucking place is so moldy. You can't even see in front of your face. There's so much smoke. No, seriously, it's so much smoke, bro.
And the cellophane on the cigars are all white.
It's crazy, bro.
And there's these two old people that work there. Nobody in the shop except for two old people and me. And they were sitting back at these like fucking recliner chairs, smoking what looked to be like double Corona size Perdomo champagnes.
That tells me they probably, whatever humidification system they use, they don't use distilled water. They just use regular old tap water, because that shit will just that'll fuck up all the cigars.
Yeah. The humidifier was like in the middle of the room on like a bench, and it was just the nozzle was all black. It just had like mold. You could tell it's never been cleaned once. Fuck, disgusting.
That place Sal is talking about, they definitely use tap water. Yeah, I've seen them fill up the fucking things.
It's disgusting.
God.
Yeah, don't buy anything like that if you see it. Don't store it next to anything that you have. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't smoke it.
There was one time I was in a shop. I was sitting there smoking a cigar in their lounge, and I saw the dude who worked there fill up a pitcher from the sink and pour it into the thing. And I actually went in and I stopped it. I was like, dude, what are you doing, man? You can't fucking do that. You're going to ruin the cigars. You got to put distilled water in there, man. You know, like somebody bought all these fucking cigars, all this inventory, and you're basically going to fucking ruin it. Like, you'll get fired in no time.
It's not good.
When I see in the like cigar Facebook groups I'm in, there'll be guys who are like, oh, one of my cigars got a little moldy. What can I do? Just throw it away. Just throw it away. Mm-hmm. Like, if there's one cigar, what does it cost? You know, they're like, oh, it's a Liga. First of all, those aren't rare at all. You can find it everywhere all the time. So it's, even if it costs you $20, I mean, it's $20 versus the rest of your collection. Throw that fucker away and search everything else and fix your humidity.
And that's the key. So many of them don't get that. That you got to fix the problem that led to it.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That would suck, man. Having like a old
Rice Krispie,
aging something nice, Peter.
This is still from James.
One, bro.
This is still from James, dude. I'm still mowing through. He sent me like 150 Rice Krispie treats as a joke, like 5 months ago, and I'm still working on it.
Do you store those separate from the Cubans?
Yes. No, I store these with my Cubans. I store these with my Cubans. I put them right on top.
Yeah.
I saw someone else said they do like infused stuff. Have you guys ever tried that? Coffee beans or any other type of additives? No.
No.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I do it with spirits all the time, but never with cigars.
What kind of spirits do you try to infuse, or have you done like successfully that tasted well?
You want to know what was really surprising, dude? Like matcha tea inside of vodka. or gin. Like those are fun ones. I like tea. All different types of teas, and like making syrups and stuff like that I'm going to put into cocktails for presentations and whatnot. But like espresso bean infused Campari, that stuff's delicious. Obviously, people are fat washing bourbon right now. That's been a thing for a long time, but you can always usually get like some really good old fashions and Manhattans that way. But yeah,
Fat washing.
Yeah, like with bacon or popcorn and butter. Like you can use all different types of fats.
Like add it to a bourbon.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Got
Don't
some really
put anything
poor people out there.
Yeah, don't put anything in your honey duds.
How do you do that though?
Let me show you something.
I don't know about alcohol like that. How do you wash something?
Is that part of the distilling process, or is it afterward?
No, it's all post distillation stuff. I mean, you're talking about taking a bottle that you buy from the store and then adding, some sort of component to it to infuse it with something. And like most of the time, people will use like vanilla bean. That's always very common. You just split the vanilla bean, throw it inside the spirit, and then after a day or two, usually you have a good enough infusion, and you throw it through a coffee filter, and you're good to go. Same thing with fat washing. Like you take some cooked bacon or some freshly popped popcorn with butter, put that in your whiskey for a day or two, maybe at the most, and then run it all through a coffee filter or a cheesecloth.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. If you want to get really crazy with it, you could like freeze it, and the fat lipids will separate in the freezer, and you can just scoop that off.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Imagine, it's amazing. Like, never know.
I'll let you try it first, Roger.
I'm down.
Put some Cueritos and some vodka. Let me know how it goes.
You beat me to it, bro. You beat me to it.
Cubans in Canada, right? That's legal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's legal.
There you go.
I mean, unless they become a state.
Do we really need them, though? Do we need them?
I mean, in California, we do. They sent us planes to drop water.
Yeah, that's right. They were scooping water out of the ocean.
Yeah. Those guys are working hard, man. That's impressive work they're doing out there.
Well, until some idiot flew a drone into one of them. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck are people
The whole
doing?
thing. Yeah.
Jesus. Some people are not too smart, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure the prices. Well, I'm trying to be nice here. Yeah, I'm sure the prices for the Cubans in Canada are probably marked up nicely. All cigars in Canada are marked up nicely, aren't they?
Yeah.
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 Garvey.
Cigars
You
and
can
booze,
bring,
man,
like-
they gotta pay.
You can bring like 50 back from the US or something, I think, as long as you stay for 2 days. So I know a lot of Canadians that'll like go on vacation in the US and they'll send like just a ton of cigars to wherever they're staying, and then they'll pick them up there and go back to Canada. And I don't think they have to pay taxes on them if it's under a certain amount. It's either 50 or 100.
That's nice. And Bill, you're at my home lounge, bro. Say what's up to the guys there. I don't know who's working tonight, but if Millie's there or Nari, tell them what's up. That's the HQ in Connecticut for Felipe and I.
Yeah, tell them to put you on the big screen inside the lounge.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Be like, we haven't seen Pete in a couple of days. What happened? Oh, he's just smoking.
I've been sick, bro. I've been sick.
Is this the lounge you're a membership of?
Yeah.
You have a member.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, they're awesome there. They just got a bunch of Byron stuff in too, but I've been sick, so I haven't been able to go there and check it out soon enough.
Clear them out.
I didn't say that.
Membership run per
check 'em.
year in Connecticut.
So I think there's 2 levels. I get the highest level. It's $1,000 a year. You get a locker, 24-hour access, and then I think the discount's like 20% too on anything you buy there too. So
It's crazy, man.
And with
The same type of access here in Vegas is $3,000. I think actually 3,500.
Whew.
Yeah.
Man,
With the
We
with
only
the amount of
we only have
stuff.
one lounge that does 24 hours,
damn.
Okay.
even though it's Vegas.
With the amount of stuff you buy, Peter, I mean, you're getting your money's worth.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the guys take care of me anytime they get something in. They usually text me and they're like, "You interested?" And I'm like, "Yeah, put a box aside." Just like with the basins the last week, they shot me an image. I was like, "I'll be there. I need 2 boxes. Scoop it up."
Much love.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
So if you go, you just got to say you're Peter's errand boy. Be like,
No,
Peter sent me.
fucking-
Peter sent me.
Mhm.
He said,
Don't-
this
don't pull
for
a
him,
Felipe.
so just-
Don't be like, put it on Pete. Be like, yeah, put it on Peter's card. We're good.
The house account, please.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But it's a great
Password,
lounge.
go deeper.
Go deeper. Yeah, hashtag go deeper. Oh man. What's your favorite lounge out there, Michael? Like if you were to recommend people to when they visit Vegas, like if I'm sure you get asked all the time, but like what's one of your favorite lounges to go check out?
I mean, like I have a copy and saved response that I just send via IG to whoever asks that, and it never really changes. It's like if you're on the strip, there's like 8 cigar lounges, not really like a lounge. It's a nightclub where you can smoke cigars. Coincidentally, right? It's like a Davidoff or whatever. Off the strip, there's a little bit more variety, but it really just depends because there's only 2 that have full liquor licenses off the strip. So it's like you have to kind of want to have that full experience, right, in order to go to those places. And then depending upon what type of selection you're looking for, if you're looking for the Byrons and the Atabase, that limits you to like 2 lounges.
Gotcha.
Right? Balloons. And then if you want like
Good times.
If you want like the really good Fuente stuff, that limits you to 1 lounge. If you want the really like esoteric Lamperts and other things here or there, like the warp stuff, that also limits you. You know, it's like what brands do you like to smoke and what do you really want to get into? That determines which lounge you're going to want to go to. But they all kind of have the same feel.
Mike, do you know the little cigar spot? It's like a little lounge. It's on the strip. It's like a half circle kind of thing. There's a bar.
Yeah, that's Davidoff by the Fashion Show Mall.
Yes. So I went there one time with some buddies, and they had a new guy there, and he didn't realize the torch was up really high, and he was trying to light it for me, and he had it angled too high, and he burnt my freaking nose hairs off.
Oh,
They
dude.
grabbed it, dude.
Bro, that's an insurance claim.
Bro,
Dude, I hate when
grabbed-
they try to light your cigar, bro. I hate that, man.
He had somebody with him, and he snatched the lighter out of his hand, and he goes, "I'm really sorry. We'll be right back." He took the guy, and it's a small space, right? You know it. So he just took him to the corner of the humidor, literally told him something. The guy felt bad, and then he gave me another cigar for free, lit my cigar, and then like I got to walk out. But I was pretty pissed, dude.
You should have singed your own beard a little bit and then be like, look at all this, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah,
man. One cigar's not gonna make up for
I
it.
was like right here, and he went boom, and I just jumped. It scared the shit out of me, dude. It was pretty
I
bad.
bet, man.
That's wild.
Dude, yesterday at that event I was at, there's a lot of people that I don't think they really smoke cigars. They just went for like the party thing. And there was a guy who was like, "Do you have a lighter?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was trying to light his cigar forever because I gave him the lighter, and it's a torch, single flame torch, but he couldn't get it. And I'm like, "Here, bro, here, let me see." And I'm like trying to light it for him. I'm like, "Bro, I'm about to take it from him and light it for him." And when he pulls it out, it wasn't cut. I'm like, "Oh, you didn't cut it?" He's like, "No." Like, I was like, "Bro, what are you doing, man?"
Dude,
It was
what
so
are you
funny,
doing?
dude. So then I had my cutter because I had my cutter with me, but it's all slobbered up. My brother's like, "Dang, you see that guy's cigar was all wet." I was like, "I know,
Fuck.
dude," but poor guy, man.
That's disgusting.
Couldn't light it for like 2 minutes.
So THC asked, what do you guys think would happen if the U.S. lifted the embargo? What do you think those Cubans, like they couldn't even keep up with the demand if they had to produce for
Everything
never
would
do.
double in price. Everything would double in price.
Yeah, because
You don't want it.
nah.
Yeah.
price would just go up, quality would probably go skyrocketing down.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
There was
yeah,
that
in terms of-
article in Half Wheel about the rice that the Vietnamese company is planting
Yeah.
in Cuba in Pinar del Rio, you know, just so that there's rice available to the people. Like it's crazy to think, but yeah.
I wonder if the demand will go down. Maybe not at first, but after a while, it'll go down just because it's not, illegal anymore. So people wouldn't be so freaking, I don't know. would be so sought after.
Maybe.
I mean, the
Maybe a
supply is
little.
the supply. There's 160 million cigars produced every year. It's been the same in 1960 as it is this year. Their production is not variable. China consumes 80% of the current production.
Damn.
There isn't any more.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. It would just be a war between the U.S. and China to see who would pay more.
Yeah.
Be crazy. It'd be chaos, man.
Millie's not there. He's got Sunday off. All right. Tell him I said hi when you see him.
Look,
Millie
I
was
would
my
think
grandma's name.
if they lifted the embargo but didn't sell them in the United States,
Mm.
you know, or maybe only like at a few select places, you know, but
I
you
mean-
could go somewhere. If you go to Mexico or if you go to Europe or whatever, you can bring back whatever the hell you want. I'd be happy.
I think the win for Cuba would be to find a way to increase U.S. tourism to Cuba without having to sell the cigars in U.S. shops,
Yeah.
but just in Cuba.
So something around that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
The problem is that the infrastructure doesn't really support the tourism either.
Mm.
You know, it's not easy to navigate. The cars are very old. It's tough all the way around.
There's a
right
pretty
now.
cool system. I think maybe at scale you probably are right, but you could go there if you kind of even know a little bit about what you're doing. You could hire someone who will be with you the whole time. They'll drive
Sure.
you to the farms or the factories. They'll take you to get cigars. They'll, you know, bring you to dinner. They'll like you could have a guide there for
Yeah.
little to no money.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys that are there to seek out the cigars, I think, would be a little bit more akin to doing that for sure. My question is, would the people that are just there to experience the island and experience the history and the culture, you know, your Jane and Johns, right, that are going to travel to Cuba because it's open
Yeah.
and it's now available to them, without jumping through hoops, like
Complete
would they?
tourism. Yeah.
complete
Yeah.
tourism.
It's
That's where
hard
the money
to
is.
think in those terms because all I want to do is go there and smoke cigars and buy
Right.
cigars and see how they're made and how they're, you know, processed and grown and the tobacco. Like that's all I would be interested in. And, you know, eating
Yeah.
some food and but my goodness, let's not kid anybody. There's beautiful women there too.
Mm-hmm.
Great music.
Casa Fuente, Davidoff.
Everyone's repping their lounges.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mike Frisdale.
What's up?
You
Government name. Take it easy. No, just play it. What's up, Art?
No. I saw you sent Peter some of those Tatuaje Lanceros.
Yes.
I actually scored some of those in Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, at the well, I wasn't there. My brother actually went, and he went to the was the Superstore? What is it called? The
The discount outlet?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And he brought me back a bunch of those things. I think I gave Matt one of those things too.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that cigar. It had a lot of age on it.
Nice. Well, I got extra of the Petit Lancero, man. I'll send some out to you too.
Yo, that thing is really good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that was when like the black labels were the black labels.
Now Whittleback's got a good point.
Yeah. That's true. Didn't even think about that aspect of it.
Yeah, that's another good point.
But I mean, that lawsuit's been going on almost since the embargo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
would they have some grounds then at that point, though?
Yeah. They probably would.
Yeah,
That's the
especially
thing.
if they were going to try to sell them in the U.S.
I need to take a picture.
But there's the same
What do they
kind
call-
of infringement issue in the UK too. Like certain non-Cuban brands like Monte Cristo can't be sold in London, for example. Like if you're going to the UK.
Yeah, and they call
Mhm.
Cohibas like
Silencio.
Silentro's is something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the La Roma de Cuba is a different thing. San Cristobal is a different thing.
It's like Fabuloso or some. It's like it starts with an F for San Cristobal.
Which one? The blue one or the purple one? Which one's the best one, Roger, for
The blue one, dude. The blue. You got to do the blue. The blue.
Purple's got the weird scent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The blue's legit. All right, guys. That's it for me, guys.
Oh,
I got to get back to it.
Paradiso.
Back to work,
Yeah,
Roger.
look.
See you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Good
All
night,
right,
guys.
brother. Take it easy.
Later,
Good night,
Rod.
man.
See you, Roger.
Good night, guys.
Take care, buddy.
Paradiso. That's a San Cristobal and out of
Okay.
U.S. markets. Just so everybody knows. Nobody cares.
Trade some cars for tobacco. All right.
I care. I'm going to London soon, so
Oh yeah. What's the purpose of the trip? Are we going to scoop stuff up? Are we going?
you asking the business or pleasure question?
Yeah, the pleasure, obviously.
No, it's just a family trip. We're going to go in March, and I've got some time carved out for lounge cruising, but their pricing doesn't lend itself to like stocking up in any meaningful way.
Right.
I always when I
Yeah.
travel, I look for regional editions. That's what I'm on the hunt for, because I can't reasonably get them. But I'm also going to be in Spain and Paris later this year, so I'm going to France.
Nice.
And the pricing is better. There's government controlled pricing in Spain, so there's no reason to stock up. But I'm excited to check out the lounges because there's a real cigar culture in London.
Yeah.
Marvin
Those
and I
are
were
my-
chatting about this earlier today. He knows a lot about that.
Yeah, London's incredible cigar culture, man. It's a little,
Hoity-toity.
yeah, a little bit, but it's really good though. The acceptance and the availability, especially for like Cuban stuff, and the experience altogether is just phenomenal, man.
I mean, you got to meet Edward and Eddie, right? That's like I wouldn't even care about the cigars. I
Yeah.
just want to go take a picture with those guys.
Yeah. I actually didn't take a picture
Yeah.
with them, but I did. When I went to Davidoff, they're right there, bro.
That's
They're
awesome.
right there.
Two class acts for sure.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
Happened when things were semi-lifted under the Obama administration. Like you could bring stuff back. I don't remember what the limits were.
Yeah, and you could go to Cuba,
Yeah.
but you had to like jump through hoops in order to do it, really. I mean, it wasn't that hard. You got a visa in the Miami airport and you went, but still.
Let's just buy them like Greenland.
I don't think that's happening either.
I mean,
Come on, Elon, make it happen.
That's a fucking great idea, by the way. that's hilarious. That JD, man. Dude,
it's national security. Come on, let's
He
do it.
pulls out some good ones.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, very nice. Going to Scotland.
That's awesome.
Not that I'd want us to.
That's cool.
I don't. But
I'd
Cuba?
be checking out the Scotch. That's for sure.
Trying to find
Mhm.
a trip.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a distillery tour trip right there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd almost rather do that one than like the bourbon trails in the US.
Yeah.
All right, boys, we're almost we're about at the 2-hour mark. Time flies when you're smoking Dunbarton Cubans.
That's right.
But Marvin, we got to figure out a Thursday that works for you in February, man, because it's time for your Unbanded episode.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm ready, bro. Let me know. February's a good month for me, unless the phone rings but wherever, I'll do it from wherever, bro. Let's do it, man. I'm pumped.
All right. I'll take a look at the pack. I'll figure out which cigar seems your speed, and I'll shoot you the dates, and we'll see if we can make it happen.
Yes, sir.
All right. That sounds good. You got anything you want to shout out, Marvin, coming out for the Bearded Cigar?
Yeah, I've got a couple of reviews, man. Some interesting things that I'm working on right now, man. I won't give away any cigars yet, but I do. I have some things just sitting, waiting, and then a couple of shorts that I'm just have to edit, man. That's about it right now.
Nice. Sal, what about you, man? Anything? Just hang out in the cut and come smoke some Cubans with you?
I think that's, you know what? Here's what I'd like to express at this point. I love you guys. That's all I want to say. I love cigars. I love you. Thank you for having me on here. Let's keep smoking bangers. That's it. I'd like to promote smoking.
Here.
Great
Love you
cigars.
too, man.
Here.
Love you, Sal.
Doing it together. Thank you.
Nothing but bangers in 2025.
Let's
do
do
it.
baby.
Let's do it. Matt, you got anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, go Commanders. Go Commanders. It's a fourth quarter. We just got a turnover off of Baker Mayfield scrubbing a handoff, and we're in the red zone, and we're down by, I think, 6 points, 6 or 7 points. Go Commanders. That's all I care about right now.
Let's
There you
go.
go.
Sorry.
There you go. What about you, Michael?
Go
Go
Jaded.
ahead, Sal.
I'm
What's that,
thinking this may not be a bad idea. Maybe we could all put a little money together and produce a reality TV show around the life of Skinny Money. I think that's
Yeah.
I think we could get a company to buy that. I don't think we got to put money into it. I think someone would buy that show.
it's a great idea.
Also, go to the doghouse. There may be a little Easter egg added to the homepage today. So check out the doghouse. You might get a kick out of it.
It's pretty
Speaking of
good.
Skinny Money.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The feast. All right.
The feast,
Yes.
the epiphany. Michael, what do you got, man?
Let's see, 7K giveaway and top cigars of the year tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do that, and then just the usual reviews, man. That's it. This week,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Thursday.
There you go. Carpy, what do you got coming?
Just the Habano shootout. I gotta look and see what the first video in that is the Cavalier, because that was the cheapest one. So that'll be out tomorrow.
Love that cigar. Carp.
The
That's
Cavalier White, it's pretty
I
solid.
love that. That's been my go-to, man. Especially the last couple of months of 24.
Mhm.
That shit.
It's they pack a lot into like an $11 cigar. It's surprisingly complex and delicious.
Yeah, first cigar of the day. That thing's money.
That's not a good grunt.
$11 cigar, but my favorite regular production Robusto.
There you have it.
This guy.
Nice. Steven, what do you got coming out, man?
Man, I gotta do my celebratory 1K subscriber video. Excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And I'm gonna start the Legends of the Leaf series. So I'm gonna start recording basically every Vitola through Habanos that I can acquire, and I'm gonna start with Monte Cristo. So I've got basically 27 different Vitolas on the list.
God,
It'll be a long-term project. It'll be a long-term
Yeah.
project. It's something that I want to do for myself. When I'm buying boxes, I'm buying largely blind. Either that or I have to source singles. And so I think for long-term collecting, I have to be a little dedicated and try them all. So
Look forward to that, man. That's gonna be a fun project. Yeah. All right. Well, for us, Unbanded is gonna be they scored. We got a touchdown.
Touchdown.
All right.
Still a lot of game left, but we got a touchdown. We're up.
A lot of
Yeah,
smoke
but
left.
sorry.
It's all right. It's all
Sorry.
right. It's exciting. It's exciting. I like it. Thursday, we're going to be live. No guests, just the regular 6 Unbandy boys on stream for cigar number 2. Fred will be cigar number 3. So that's in 2 weeks, but I think that's it for us. Gentlemen, thank you for joining for the Cuban episode. It's been fun. Chat, thank you guys for sticking around. We had a lot of people tonight. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to everyone's channel on screen. You can find us all there on those names. And we'll see you guys for the next one. All right. Gentlemen, have a great night.
Bye, everybody. Later, boys.
We'll see you later.
You too.
Oh, wait,
See you
hold on.
guys.
Bye-bye.
DC, you want to say bye, DC?
Yeah,
What are you
sorry
betting?
guys. My freaking computer decided to do an update right in the middle of everything. Thank you guys for letting me join on there. That shit was bad. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But
It's all good, bro.
check out Stogie Society podcast every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, guys. I appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah.
There it is. We got it in.
Yes, sir.
All right,
See you
guys.
guys.
We'll catch you
See
on
ya.
Thursday. Have a good week.
Bye bye.
Hell yeah.